You ever want to be told that you're learning a new technique and you got to do it on a real time after you've had 3 cups of coffee? Yeah, me neither. But that's what we're doing today. Being thrown under the bus a little bit. Miss Katie Lee needs to have her nails done. We've been wanting to do it real time. Our worlds have collided. I'm going to have some more coffee. And we're going to do her nails. This is new for me. I've done it on my phone once, maybe twice. I don't know. Rarely. Because Katie has kind of come up with a way of adhering our full cover tips. We had been doing it. We've done it with ManiQ in the pot before, but she has been using fiber gel. Now, Katie Lee, if you don't know her, she's actually been our education coordinator in the past. She is now our demand planner, but she has been a nail tech for
22 years.
A while. We won't talk about it. And I've known Katie for
close to
23 years. I don't know. So we're going to do that. She's going to walk me through it. This is going to be fun. I know it's very durable. You kind of do it in a different way. Katie is a nail biter, guys. Yeah, she's a nail tech nail biter. Yeah. Do as I say, not as I do. Okay. But let's just jump in it. Let's get this done because she literally is kind of on a lunch break.
Yep.
And so we need to get this done quick. We'll see how long it takes. Let's get started. Okay, we're gonna, well, I know this part. We're gonna start by pushing back your cuticles. And, you know, for a nail biter, having your roof right there, your cuticles aren't that bad. Like,
they
typically,
feel really grown out.
They feel grown out?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're pretty pliable because some people, when they have really bad nail biters, make sure we're in the frame. Katie's gonna make sure I'm in frame because I'm not gonna pay attention. They're kind of hard to push back. Yours are soft, but you use a lot of oil.
I use a lot of oil and a lot of hand lotion.
Yeah, I forgot about that part. Katie's like Mary Poppins when it comes to her purse. Like, you can ask her for anything and everything, and it's going to be in her purse. So lotion and oil is one of those staples that are always in there. I've already seasoned my arbor band so we don't cut her because we'll keep her as a friend today, or try. And we're just gonna go in and do a little preppage. It's about this. We'll go 5,000 RPMs. And Katie, you kind of have deep sidewalls, huh?
I do.
Oh, can you take care of that magic wand? That noise is gonna I'm kind of noise sensitive, guys, and the cord hitting the magic wand was gonna drive me crazy. Now, with deep pockets, you really gotta pull back that skin so I can tuck in there and get it nice and clean, but we're able to do that. You just got to be a little more aggressive. A lot of times we're a little too soft, and it don't hurt her. And if it hurts her, it's her own fault. No, I'm just kidding. Always blame the client.
I don't feel a thing.
So Katie has been with Young Nails
since 2005.
Yeah, as an educator. And then you came to work full-time for them.
2017.
Yeah. But prior to that, Katie had a full clientele in Redden, California. If you've never heard of it, I don't blame you. We both lived there. That's how we met. Through Young Nails, actually. She took one of my classes.
One of your very first classes with Greg.
Oh, that's right. I apologize. What made you stick around anyway?
Entertainment.
The cheap entertainment. Definitely. So it has been a while, but what's great about that is, though she is a demand planner here, which means, guys, if something's not on the shelf, it's Katie's fault.
That's true.
So those dust collectors, no, I'm just kidding. Katie could not help her problem. But what's nice about it is she also helps with product development. She helps pick colors. She helps answers your guys' questions. So it's nice that we have quite a few nail techs on staff for answering questions. Ooh, you are deep there. There we go.
My thumbs are the worst.
Yep. Okay. So swipe right. She's not having to walk me through. Oh, I don't have a brush. Oh, that's gonna hurt.
That hurts.
Oh, Jorge to save the day. Okay.
Thanks, Jorge.
Yeah. I prefer using the brush, especially with like deep pockets like you, because it's gonna be hard to get all that dust out properly. And I hope that swipe hurt you on your nail that you chewed.
Didn't feel a thing.
That's what you get for biting your nails. Okay.
It wasn't so much biting as picking.
Okay, so full transparency, guys, I am totally cheating today because Katie was already planning on doing her nails, and guess what? They're sized already, and she's already prepped the underneath. This is the thing. If I was offering this service in salon, I would also myself have went through this whole box and prepped on my lunch break, when a client didn't show up, whatever. I would never have to do that with a client. That is a speed technique. But so you guys can see, I am going to show you how to prep the underside, just for information purposes.
And if you don't, they will pop off.
Yes. Very, very, very important, right? So we're just taking that arbor band, or we could take one of our diamond bits, because sometimes if they're a smaller tip, you might need to. And we're just gonna prep it like we prep the natural nail, right? We don't need to go all the way up.
Nope.
Okay, because...
Only where it's adhering to the nail.
Got it. Okay, so because no product's gonna be there, waste of time.
Yeah.
And you would see the scratches at that point. Okay.
And I accidentally forgot to prep one, and it will come popping right off.
Okay. So again, Katie's already done that. She's already sized. I love her for that. But guys, if you're offering services, anything you can do prior to your customer coming, like seasoning your hand file, prepping your arbor bands, prepping these tips, have it done. Those are all, it doesn't seem like it would save a ton of time, but they're huge time savers. Again, we're just protein bonding the nail. No, I forget how important it is to kind of explain to people to kind of start in the middle of the nail and then work your way back. Because if you oversaturate the cuticle area, what's going to happen, Miss Katie Lee?
Lifting.
Exactly. So you can actually over protein bond and oversaturate the cuticle. And Katie's probably heard this multiple times, because she takes calls and I do too, is, well, I'm doing everything like I used to do and I'm still using protein bond and I'm getting lifting. We have both been there, because what we tend to do is we start getting sloppy.
Yeah.
We're like, oh, protein bond, it's not acid, it doesn't burn, right? So we kind of just throw it on there, and by throwing it on there, we start oversaturating.
Making these little puddles.
Puddles, yep. And we don't want puddles.
And I think too, a lot of people, like if they start getting lifting, think, oh, I need more protein bond.
Right, let's just cake it on.
Yeah.
Let's do a lake of protein bond. Yeah, I agree. Plus, protein bond is an acid. It's not going to burn, but you never want to oversaturate the skin. You want to keep things off the skin as much as possible. That way you don't cause an allergic reaction, because you can build a contact dermatitis to anything out there. Don't know if we did some. We're just going to add some. I don't think I did.
I don't think we did.
I'm talking. I lose place. Okay. So I have my fiber gel. That's what we're going to adhere with. So we have our new ManiQ Fiber Gel with keratin. I'm going to put one layer on.
Yep.
Okay, so we're going to start there. We're going to put just a nice
thin coat.
Thin coat,
Yep.
Okay.
And that just protects the natural nail when you go to remove these.
Got it. And because how do you like to remove them?
I take them pretty thin with an e-file. I'll cut them off, with a pair of clippers, short, thin them out with an e-file, and then spend maybe a couple minutes in acetone just to remove the plastic tip.
So you don't have to go all the way down?
Right.
But if you wanted to...
You could.
You could.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, okay. I like that, because then you're not over exposing yourself to acetone.
Yeah, I try to spend as little time in acetone as possible.
Okay, that's a good tip. I like it. Let's make sure nothing's moved. On to the next. We're going to put it in the light. How long do you cure it?
30 seconds.
30 seconds. So perfect. So it'll give us time to work on the other hand. And I also think putting the first layer on, that it's going to help you don't have to put maybe so much in the well of the
Yeah,
tip?
and if there's any kind of uneven spots, it'll kind of level it out so that I think you get a better adhesion with the tip.
Got it. Yeah, I like that. I think that it just is going to come out better, I'm guessing. Maybe everything's good, and it's sticky, so maybe it's going to suction to each other a little bit better. No bubbles?
Yeah, it really helps eliminate those bubbles.
Okay. Okay. Let's see. And shaking them out. Inside the light, ma'am. 30 seconds. So this one's ready. Are they the same size, or is one hand one?
They're relatively the same size, but this should be this hand.
Okay, cool. Cheating. Whenever I can, I will. Okay, so this we'll start with your thumb.
Okay.
And I'm just trying to think of my process of what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna let you guide me on how much I'm gonna put inside the well.
So I just do a nice thin coat, just kind of like how you were painting it on my nail.
Okay.
Because if you do too much, it's going to come bubbling out the sides, and that will cause...
Is that enough?
Yeah.
Is that far enough up?
Yep.
So you just cover what you...
Basically whatever I prepped.
Okay.
Yep. Hold. Yep.
Well, that was easy.
I know.
I like easy.
So do I.
Okay, so let me ask you, would you do this in salon?
I would.
Okay. Now, what would be the occasions for it?
Anybody that isn't wanting for long-term nails. If you have somebody that's just going, like, say, on vacation, or like, you know, maybe an event, and they don't want something as permanent as like a full set of acrylics or full gel nails. They don't want the commitment.
Okay, so more temporary.
Yeah.
But you wear these all the time.
I do.
Why? I'm curious. Just curious.
I've kind of become like that car mechanic that doesn't want to work on their own cars at the end of the day. I've gotten very lazy when it comes to my nails. Even though I can absolutely sit down and sculpt out a full set of acrylic.
You're preaching to the choir. You're preaching to the choir. Like, I think I just did we just released a Watch Me Work, and I mean, literally hot mess nails. Do you switch back and forth, or should I switch back and forth?
But I just usually, I usually do one hand at a time.
Okay. And would that what you do on a client, or is that because you're working on yourself?
That's how I would do it on a client.
Okay.
Just because they don't like to sit still, and they like to touch things and get into things.
All very valid points. Now you guys remember 3 cups of coffee. And if you haven't noticed, I took the bottom off this, and I know they have little stands.
They do.
And
some do.
You know, I think you are using our mini LED, which is great because you're working on yourself later. So I'm just holding this real quick. And what do you say? Like,
I would say about 10-15 seconds for it to adhere.
Just adhere without it popping up on me. Okay, cool. And I see why you say thin, because I think in my mind, I probably would have thought I needed to go thicker.
No, because it really, what happens is it'll start bubbling out the sides, and that causes its own issues. Then you've got, you know, potential little spots to lift, or where it doesn't adhere correctly. Yeah.
And you know what? Another thing I was a little worried about is because you are so curved, these fit great.
These fit beautifully. I was
impressed.
I was really skeptical of a full well tip when we brought these in because of the curve to my nails. Like, tips don't normally fit me well.
We got tack stuff.
But these fit beautifully.
Yeah, I'm pretty impressed. I think I oozed a little bit, which no, okay, we're good.
Nope.
And being deceiving. But I can see why. Like, gotta be just conscious of, we still have little, let's see, how are we gonna fix that? So we had it on the tack stands, and there's a little
bit of tack
in there. See if I file it. It's costing me time, Kate.
I'm so sorry.
Okay. And do you just dust it out?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just use a dry brush.
Dry brush?
Yeah, after I prep them.
Okay.
Because you don't want that dust on your nail.
I don't have my hair back today, and it's really starting to bite me. I'm hoping I didn't get any fibers from the table towel in there. I think we're good. So once I do this, I'll just stick your hand in. Now, I think I might have, personally, I don't know, just for time, I think I would probably do back and forth.
Yeah. That I think would just come down to a personal preference.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't think there's any wrong.
Just so, yeah, you know me, I get anxious. So
yeah.
It might just be one of those things, like I'm a little anxious, I'm always in motion, and I'm not waiting for the light.
But yeah, you know me, anytime I get something new and I'm like, oh, what can I do with this?
Right. Well, and that's part of it. And a lot of times when we come out... Jorge, can you do me a favor?
Can you plug our light back in?
Please.
These things do happen in salon, folks.
Do. Just don't have a Jorge there. Okay, we're going to stick you back in, that hand back in there. Perfect. Okay, thank you. And let's see. Get this one. What was I saying before that?
Yeah, you think I'd remember?
Oh, well, that's when we come out with something, is sometimes we don't even know everything it can do.
Right.
And we find out. People will call us and they're like, oh, can you do this? I'm like, no, I don't know. Tell me. We'll try it. And that's great because when we originally came out with Fiber Gel, we did not think about doing this at all with Fiber Gel.
And I honestly just wanted to give it a try, and I'm really hard on my hands, and because I am a picker, I need something on my hands all the time.
24/7, yeah.
Or I will pick.
Yeah, and Katie actually has been wanting to do her own nails for a couple days, and we've been meaning to do a real time, and I'm like, could you just wait? So she keeps on coming by the office and like, when? So.
The things I do for friends.
Yes. And the company.
Yeah. And the company.
I don't know if she did it for me, but she did it for Young Nails. But yeah, I think this is, because I think when I first kind of saw this technique, I was like, no, I don't think I would personally use this technique in salon, but I would, and I would use it exactly for, you know, those 8th grade graduations. Yep. Oh my gosh, I don't know about proms. In Reading, 8th grade graduation was the biggest thing.
Right?
And I felt bad because my clients were like, can you please just do little Susie for me? I don't want to take her somewhere else. And it's like, oh, okay. So, you know, we would do them, but we didn't want them permanently. However, getting to that part, I think I've tried to get here a couple times. You actually fill these.
Yeah.
So you keep them.
Mm-hmm.
You maintain them.
I maintain them.
Okay, this is curious, and we might have to just do that on our next video, is maintain these. So explain that, please.
So all I do is just file down the back like I normally would, like I'm doing a fill, and throw a couple more coats of Fiber Gel on, buff them out real quick.
Boom, done. And how many fills have you done with that?
I got 2 out of the last set. Before, they were just too grown out and the sidewalls, you know.
Losing your shape.
Yeah, losing my shape.
Okay.
So, yeah. But no, and they
it's still,
it wasn't because they were lifting. It wasn't because I was having any problems. They had just lost their shape.
Right. So, maybe, go ahead and hold hand. These could be also for the holiday season.
Right.
So, October to
January. Yeah.
If you're doing a couple fills on it.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm gonna go through, and because Katie likes to actually put the Fiber Gel on top too.
I do.
You like the color?
I love the color, and it just, because I am so incredibly hard on my hands, it just gives that added strength, and they don't budge.
Got it. Okay, well, we're gonna do that for you. But so to do that, we're gonna need to do this and remove the shine, because again, polished gel doesn't stick to a slick, smooth. Good over it. So I'm gonna put my hand in that and try to stay owie. Okay, so I did ooze a little bit back here, but the E-file is just gonna take care of that.
But you could see where it'd be really easy to have a lot of ooze if you're not careful.
Yeah. Well, that's your skin, so I want to stay off of that.
Thanks. Yeah, that one and my thumbs are the worst, and that one's because for 20 years of holding my e-file there.
Yeah.
It created this callus.
Like people that use a pen a lot.
Yeah.
You know, what's funny is clients used to come in and they're like, why do I sometimes get lifting on this finger? I'm like, well, where do you hold your pen? And they're like, why would that matter? I'm like, because you're constantly putting pressure in that corner.
And
So it causes lifting.
And that's the thing sometimes you have to understand too, is text is like sometimes lifting just happens.
Right.
Like, there's other factors that come into it.
Yeah, it's sometimes it's not our fault. It feels like our fault, but you can't control everything.
Well, and clients tend to think it's our fault.
Well, and I get it.
I do too.
I get it because if something goes wrong with my hair, I want to be. It's not my fault that I haven't washed it in 3 weeks. Just kidding. Why is my hair greasy? It must be my hairdresser's fault. So just a little ooze there.
Usually just a simple explanation, like, that's where you hold your pen, or
a little bit of ooze. Got it. I think I might go back in with a cuticle nipper there. Okay, so we got that pretty good. Let's see if we can get that a little. I can't really see. I'm not gonna lie, because there we go. So just come back in, and guys, I'm not putting a lot of pressure back there. We don't want to hurt our clients. I could even switch out. You know what? Actually, I am going to switch out. I'm going to switch out to my diamond bit, because I love how much it tucks into the cuticle area. I can do it with this.
that's my preferred.
This is what you use?
Mm-hmm. Especially because of my deep pockets. Like, I can really just get in there.
And I think, let's just double check. I think that is, you just have a little skin / gel there. Okay. So protein bond or dust you off,
Dust
right?
me off.
And I don't typically use swipe on tips just because it may
crack it
or dehydrate it too much. If you're gonna do it quickly, but
and don't oversaturate,
right,
because it'll cause issues.
And then we're just gonna protein bond. Do you want any glitter?
You can do whatever you want.
If I do whatever I want, I'm always gonna put flash and burn on something.
I love flash and burn.
Okay. I like it. Now, I didn't even go in and shape you, actually, now that I think about it, because they looked good, but I'm gonna check it. They look really good.
Yeah. These tips fit so nicely.
Like, they fit you perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Now the shape is there. I mean, if you wanted to shape them and everything, like, you could, right?
Yeah.
Let's see. Do we want to do a little flash and burn?
Sure.
If I can find it. I used it on myself last time. That don't mean nothing around here because we have someone called Greg Salo. Let's see.
It's probably on his desk.
Maybe. Let's see. Remember Jorge? I used it last time. You know what? Let's just do some Funk-A-Delic. Oh, I skipped a thumb. Katie's hooking me up. Best client ever. Okay, but you like 2 coats, so we'll do the first coat first.
Yep. And that's just more or less because I really like the more opaque nude color that we get with 2 coats.
Okay. Makes sense. Just a wash of it.
Yep.
Helps if I don't put my finger in it. And I can always do a little filing at the end too, because sometimes once you put stuff on top, get a little bulbosome or something. Okay, hand in. What about 30 seconds just for the first coat?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, it is a very pretty color. But hopefully we'll come out with some new colors.
And that's really exciting.
Yeah, if you guys haven't had a chance to use fiber gel in kind of its original purpose form, it is amazing on natural nails. Amazing. I've never seen something that I could like, it's hard to explain. Like if I have a crack or something on my natural nail, you can kind of go over it with something, but it tends to like resurface. It kind of comes back up. Whereas this, it just kind of, it doesn't heal it. The crack is still there. It just doesn't wiggle its way back up, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
So, super. I haven't personally ever tried anything like it. And I wore this for quite a while, just on my natural nails, and loved it. But, so if we weren't doing fiber gel, like you like to do it with 2 coats, could you just do gel polish?
Yeah.
Or leave them natural?
You
or... Just a light touch, we gotta have glitter. Always.
Always. And Funk-A-Delic is a really pretty color.
I haven't used Funk-A-Delic by itself in a long
I
time.
always forget about it. Like, just because we have some great other glitters.
Plus, I just want to be able to slap you.
Well, that's true. But I tend to get in habits of using.
It just has that gorgeous, like, purple cast.
Mm-hmm. We all know how much I hate purple.
Mm-hmm. Wouldn't know it. Everything's purple. Okay, so yeah, I think I agree. I would definitely, you know, have this as part of a service. Great in and out. I'm not even sure. I didn't even time, so I'm not sure how long it took us to do with you teaching and us talking. But I think I'm pretty darn impressed, and I think the shape is beautiful, and I think any customer would be happy.
Thrilled.
Yeah, especially someone going to prom or all that. So it's like less work, stunning nails. Oh yeah, wait. Okay, so 60 seconds. This one can come out. Top coat you.
Stain resistant.
You like stain resistant.
My hair's purple.
Oh yes, so this is actually a good, because typically I personally like to grab finish, but Katie has colored hair, so she's gonna need something like stain resistant, so we don't dye our nails purple every time she goes and washes her hair. So just a quick tip. You used to have huge problems with staining on your nails.
Oh yeah, well, I've had red hair, I've had purple hair, and before stain resistant, my nails were, I would stick to dark colors.
Yeah.
Blacks, grays, dark purples, because it didn't show the hair dye. But now that we have stain resistant, I can wear clear or nude or white or...
Right. Anything your little heart desires. Real quick after we're done and file up the sides. I like to do that after I've done glitter a lot of times, just to make sure there's no Sharpies. Sometimes the glitter, the way it lands, can kind of misshapen the nail. So we just want to go in with a quick file.
And I usually find, like, for me, like, I usually do 2 top coats because I don't want any rough spots.
Are you hinting that you would like a second top coat?
Perhaps.
That is your client telling you what to do, and I'm gonna listen, since she was so generous enough to help us out and teach us her ways. Teach us your ways, oh wise one.
But this is something I always did too in salon when I was dealing with glitter, because I never wanted to have to go back, buff it, and re-top coat it because there was a
so smart
piece of glitter that didn't lay flat or...
Yeah, I have to read. And your client's going to feel it. They're going to be like this immediately, like, there's a rough spot. My favorite was when the client, and no, we're not racking on you clients because we love you and we love your money, by the way.
Absolutely.
We love your money. And we really appreciate it. But the mystery bump.
Yeah.
You ever have the mystery bump?
I did. And no
There's
matter
a bump.
like...
There's a bump. I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. And so I would kind of turn them over and just hit it with a file and go, did that take care of it? Yep. Oh, okay. Okay. Took care of that.
No matter how many times I turned it, looked at it, tried to
Couldn't
find
see it. Yeah.
Couldn't see it, couldn't feel it.
It was there though. Okay. Okay, so let's clean up. Beautiful disaster.
It's so pretty.
So on Twitch the other day that people said the way Habib and I go through table towels is reason we're always out. Which could be true. Pull it all out. So now we can kind of pull back, make sure that none of that top gel got on it. Take any Sharpies off. Let's see how that Sharpie, that glitter, grabbed a hold of the table towel, not the table towel, nail wipe. So we're just gonna fix that. De-sharpen her a little bit. And gel that hung off that we can get. And then let's oil those babies.
I love this ManiQ oil.
Oh, this stuff is the bomb. It's funny is we've gotten a couple people who are like, I don't like the color. And you know what? I'm like, this stuff is the bomb. Like, I will tolerate the colors. It's all the natural oils and stuff like that are in it. And it's like, there's not much we can do about that, but it works. It really works.
It's so nice.
And coming from a nail biter who, if you don't know, when you bite your nails, I know Katie knows this, it actually dries your skin out because saliva is gonna dry your skin out.
Yep.
So if Katie's skin looks as nourished as they do, definitely an amazing cuticle oil.
But I just leave a bottle on my desk, and anytime I feel dry or any of that, I just throw it on.
Well, I think too, because it absorbs. At first it's a little greasy. I mean, just for about 2 seconds.
Yeah, it doesn't last long at all.
And then it's done. Okay. We are done. Guys, I think the final is beautiful. I think this is definitely something for temp. I mean, some people are doing this kind of style and they are doing it on clients on a regular, and that's great too. Definitely quick. I appreciate you teaching me.
I love
and I think they're beautiful, if I say so myself.
I'm pretty happy with them.
Thank you. And thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this.
Thank you so much for watching our nail videos. To watch more, head right over here. And to subscribe to our channel, click right over here.